I saw you do it, and I'm not even going to say anything now. I'm not going to even acknowledge it anymore.
You thought I was going to say something.
Well, you look like you were about to, and instead you just stared at me. So, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to the Gemini archives. Lauren's still being an ass.
How am I? That wasn't being an ass.
That's being an ass.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't being an ass. You saw me hit the start button. You could have said something.
Well, you give me 0.2 seconds to react, Lauren. What am I going to say?
Anything.
Well, we're drinking tea again.
This tea is really hot because we have some. Oh my god, my mic. We have some hot ass tea today.
Oh, well, yes.
And because I was gonna tell Megan about something I saw yesterday, and you're like, wait, save it for the podcast.
Yeah, because I want to hear about this. I don't know how many people actually know/watch this YouTube channel, but Laura and I have been watching this YouTube channel for quite a while.
Yeah, a few years.
And it's one of those things where it's like I'd watch it like every day. Excuse me, just because it was like, oh, like it's my comic relief for the day, you know? And then it slowly turned into, this is fucking annoying. So the channel we're talking about is the Game Grumps. We're jumping right into it, by the way. Yeah. I'm not even prepped.
Listen,
I'm just...
The last few episodes have been very lighthearted, very fun. I need to bitch. I've been holding some shit in, and I have to get it out.
We're letting it out today. Well, Lauren's going to let most of it out.
I'm going to let it out. So here we go. Here's what fucking happened. Basically, the Game Grumps, for whatever fucking reason, decided that they're just going to rebrand and just try and be like Rhett and Link.
And not even like gradually, like slowly introducing new things. It was like all at once.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest no-no to do with like any kind of like rebrand or any kind of marketing thing. Like, you don't just go 180, you know, because if you have like, especially if you have such a large audience, and this is just purely from a business perspective, Laura and I both went to school for business. We're aware of how this works. From a purely business perspective, you need to slowly introduce things, because if you have, especially if your brand is so specific, it can immediately turn people off. It's kind of like when Google changed their logo for no fucking reason, and it just was hideous and two-dimensional, and we went, why? Why did we need this rebrand? And this is kind of like what's happening with them. Like, people that are not business savvy do shit like this all the time. And, you know, I don't own a business. I mean, I have an Etsy store, but I don't own a business, you know? I don't know what, I mean, take what I say with a grain of salt. But I'm speaking as someone who knows this brand and has seen this brand kind of just not even develop, just like kind of do a flip. It's infuriating because it's nothing like how it was before. There's no like even little like reminiscent that like nothing. It's just like a completely different thing now.
Yeah, and what I was going to say was they decided that they're going to rebrand. Ever since they had Rhett and Link on fucking Guest Grumps, and since they collaborated with them, it's like all of a sudden Aaron Hansen, the fucking dumbass that he fucking is, it's like, you know what? We have to be exactly like them.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and get rid of gaming as much as we can. We're going to be so enthusiastic about games, but try and do like live comedy stuff or whatever the fuck that they do now. 10-minute power hour. 10-minute power hour is they do something in 10 minutes. And it's like completely random and usually fucking disgusting.
Yeah, and stupid. It's like literally the humor of like a 10-year-old.
Yeah. Now like their audience went from like, oh, like people's in their 20s and 30s to like fucking kids.
Yeah.
Because, oh, we just want more money. Now it's like a money thing. But before I get into that, let me tell you what I fucking saw yesterday.
Oh yeah,
this is what I was going to tell you. There's on Reddit, there's a forum called Rant Grumps, and it's people who were former fans of Game Grumps just talking about like their gripes with the show and gripes with the people and gripes with Game Grumps in general, you know, and people associated with Game Grumps.
Yeah, I've been on there before. I didn't post anything, but I've definitely read through it.
Yeah, I usually lurked, but I actually posted. Well, I replied to a comment on there for the first time like a few days ago. But I saw on there yesterday, because I look like every couple days or so. Mm-hmm. So someone from Newgrounds, I think his name was like Singer Palo or something. I'm not familiar with Newgrounds. I'm sorry. But he's an animator.
We should link the thread so people can go
He was
read
on
it.
Twitter. So I'll link the post on Twitter.
Okay.
So this guy made a parody of Storytime animators. I don't know if you know who they are, but basically there's a group of animators that exist on YouTube that do story times but use animation instead of like just sitting in front of the camera.
I mean, who gives a shit? So that's just me though. Who gives a shit?
I know.
But please continue.
But it's become really popular because the stories are very relatable, but there's a lot of similarities with a lot of them. And all this guy was doing is just a light jab, a little roast, like a half roast, barely browned, you know?
Yeah. Lightly charred.
Yeah, a lightly charred roast at the community. And everyone thought it was funny. Like, the people of the community thought it was hilarious.
The community of Newgrounds.
No, the Storytime animators.
Oh.
The people he was making fun of thought it was hysterical. So, Aaron, trying to be a fucking SJW white knight piece of shit that he is.
In preface, Aaron used to be on Newgrounds as an animator.
Yes, that's where he got his start. That's how he became so big. And then he branched off into Game Grumps. And so him and his fucking trying to be a white knight glory, you know, attacked this guy and was like, you know, that's so disrespectful. I always got made fun of and it didn't really give me thick skin kind of a thing. He said something to that extent. It was like 3 tweets in a row.
Yeah, because you're a pussy.
Yeah, he's like, that's not cool to make fun of someone like that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, and everyone was against him almost. Like, I think I saw 2 people who stood up for him. 2. And they were probably kids. But the majority of people were like, dude, you make fun of Sonic fans all the time.
He makes fun of everything.
Yeah, he's like, you make fun of, like, so many fandoms and games and just...
He shit on one of my favorite games of all time, which is Ocarina of Time.
Zelda's Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, the one for Nintendo 64. I loved that game growing up, and they played it on the channel, and all he did was fucking shit on one of my favorite childhood games.
Yeah, and Mario 64.
And Mario 64. I was like, who are you to say... And
he wants to talk about making fun. He makes fun of fucking everything. So people called him out on his shit.
Well, good. He needs to be called out on his shit.
And the big thing that happened, though, was, remember Oni Plays?
Not my favorite.
Oni used to be very good friends with Aaron. He was also on Newgrounds. They were part of, like, a whole group of people. And recently they had a falling out over, like, a few things or whatever.
They talk shit about the video game that they made, right?
Yeah, well, it wasn't Oni himself. It was people on his show who talked about the game, and Aaron didn't like that because he can't take fucking any criticism, but will dish it out like it's a fucking gourmet meal.
Yeah.
And, like, so he kicked them because they were recording in the Grumps space, and he kicked them out because of it, and Oni got pissed, and I guess there's more to it that we don't know, because this tweet got personal, bitch. He was like, he told Aaron to fucking grow up, called him out on his shit, and he's like, stop being a little bitch.
Oni
basically.
did?
Yeah.
Well, good.
You could see it. It's all there. Like, if you go to the Rant Grumps subreddit, you'll see it. But I'll link the actual tweet that Aaron sent this guy below. I haven't watched the video, but I'm sure it was just, like, no one can roast people anymore.
Yeah, you know what? And it's not even just limited to, like, YouTube and things like that. It's, like, in comedy. It's in fucking anything, really. Like, you have, like, if you're making a commercial now, it has to be all-inclusive, all whatever. We can't, you know, poke fun at people because, oh, what if somebody gets offended? Then fucking they're offended, you know? Like, do you know how many fucking things I watched growing up being offended? You know, do you remember the movie Heavyweights? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
With Ben Stiller, and it was about fat camp. Dude, Somebody told me that I belonged in that movie when I was like 7.
I know.
You don't think I didn't go home and cry about it and try to get the movie fucking pulled from TV because, we're objectifying fat people. Not objectifying, that's the wrong word. We're exploiting, that's the word I'm looking for. Or exploiting fat people. Give me a fucking break with that. And that's what Aaron does too. And that's why I stopped watching, because every time, because before he would throw around like racial slur, whatever.
Oh yeah, and like he's obviously apologized for that now, but at the time he was fucking serious. Yeah, that's the thing. And like, and not to mention, and I know people change or whatever, but to be so like black and white about things, I think taking extreme sides is not good in any situation. Yeah, being completely encapsulated by one thing never worked for anyone. So, when I stopped watching them just because now they won't even curse on the channel. If you watched videos from like 5 years ago, every other word was fuck, Yeah. And now they won't even like curse because, it affects our views and our whatever. I'm like, you're a bunch of fucking sellouts. And they said it themselves. They're fucking sellouts. When you change yourself, and then he's doing shit like this to make himself look so great, but it's doing the opposite. When you're attacking someone else, regardless of whether you feel justified or not, you're in the wrong to attack, unless you are a actual pedophile or murderer. Don't attack people, Yeah. Well, not to mention the fact that Aaron is an actual fucking moron.
He is a moron.
Maybe my opinion will change one day about him if he actually gets his shit together, but as of August 1st, 2019, Aaron Hansen is a fucking moron and a piece of shit. Because, like, he brags about the fact that, I dropped out of high school and got my GED and now I'm an owner of a company. It's like, you got fucking lucky. Like, that wasn't about hard work. You just got lucky.
I admit to being lazy and uneducated. That's not something to brag about.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Just saying,
And, like, he thinks he's so smart and well-versed and shit, but it's like he has no fucking idea what he's talking about.
He doesn't. He's one of those people who lives in their own bubble, and anything outside the bubble is wrong.
Well, that's what happens when you don't raise your kids right. I'm sorry. I'm coming for the jugular today because this is getting personal. Like, fucking... From what I've seen, his parents are very passive, probably never yelled at him once, let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Obviously, I don't know his parents or his life story. I get it, but like... But that's the upbringing of someone who thinks they're entitled and a piece of shit, usually has parents like that.
Yeah, we've seen it before with just people that we've had real life experience with,
Right.
Like the people that like their parents are just like, do whatever the fuck you want. You can get drunk in the house. You could do this. You could do whatever. Those are the people who usually do shit like this and think they're above everyone and can get away with it.
Yeah.
And that think they're right and everyone else is wrong because they've never been told that they're wrong. Sometimes it's good to be told that you suck,
Yeah.
Not all the time, but like it makes you...
you don't even have to be that mean about it. You could just be like, hey, you could improve here or whatever, and you have the potential to be better.
Man, I think about it too, like how many times I've been told like, maybe a little bit too much. And now I'm the opposite where it's like I doubt myself. But like, if I hadn't been told that, like I wouldn't be doing art right now.
Right.
Because I got told so many times like, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right. Until I worked and worked and worked towards it. And I'm like, finally like people are buying my stuff and it's right. I didn't get there by just, people pleasing and batting my fucking eyelashes. I worked hard for that shit.
And not even that, he used a lot of people to get where he is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ridiculous. Like he makes friends with all these people. He gets ahead and then just leaves them in the fucking dust. What the fuck? I can't stand people like that.
Me either. And that's happened to you and me before. That gets personal.
Yeah. That's probably why I don't like him as a person.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Dan, who puts up with this shit all the time.
Dan's the other guy on Game Grumps. And
like he only does it so he can, have money for Ninja Sex Party to do all the stuff that he wants to do and shit.
Yeah. But like he's also much more... We met them. We were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, this is what I posted about in Rant Grumps.
We met them a few years ago because they went to the casino and We were like, fuck it. Let's go see the Game Grumps. I swear to God, and I don't know if he has social anxiety or not.
Yeah, this is what I said too.
Like, Aaron, 2 words. Like, barely anything.
All I remember him saying was, thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
To the show or whatever.
And then Dan asked me what my name was. He asked, like, how are you doing? I told him about, like, that was the year that my boyfriend passed away, Chris. And I told him, like, what had happened. Dan was, like, very, like, encouraging and nice about it. Aaron just stared at me like I had no soul. And I was like, okay, that's strange. But, you know, it's just like, I didn't have to tell them that. You know, because I told them, I was like, man, I've watched so much Game Grumps in the last, like, year or so because I had to deal with this, you know? And it just, like, it made me laugh when I thought I would just never laugh again, you know? And to tell someone something like that so personal, like, I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But I felt like I had to. And only Dan was receptive to it, you know? And he like gave me a hug. He was like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. Like, he was so, like, sweet about it.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
it's because Dan has had real life experience.
Yeah.
He's been poor. He's struggled for a long time
he's
to
a
get to where he
humble
is.
person.
Yeah. Aaron has never had to struggle a day in his fucking life, you know? Yeah, there was probably a time where he didn't have a lot of money, but he still had an apartment. He still had his wife, his now wife. He still had everything that you could have as a person.
Yeah.
He's never really had to truly struggle for anything.
So, like, when we see things like this, it's just like, and it gets personal just because, like, we've interacted with them before. And, like, when you watch someone, like, every single day, it's like, you and I, when we were kids, and we still do every once in a while, but especially when we were kids, we watched SpongeBob every single day.
Right.
That was, like, our shit. And then we had the chance to, you know, go meet Tom Kenny. And it was like, he couldn't have been nicer. He said I looked like Xena, the warrior princess.
Well, he said we both did.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I was fucking like, oh my God. And it's just like, when it's someone who's like, I know I don't know them personally, but it's funny how, like, weird, and, like, look at how, like, we're reacting right now. It's like we know them, but we don't. But that's the thing with, like, the internet and with TV and things like that. When you watch something so much, or when it becomes, like, such a part of your life, you feel like you do know them.
Right.
You know? And
no,
like,
that's so true.
And it's just really, that's why, like, when Robin Williams killed himself, everybody was, like, shook because, like, he was in how many different fucking things, and everybody had, like, a Robin Williams, like, oh, I loved him in this, this, and this.
Or people had stories anyway.
Yeah, like, he touched a lot of lives. And that's, like, when things like this happen, it affects people much more than I think they realize.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like, that's why I don't watch Game Grumps anymore. I won't support that fucking channel anymore.
I know. I feel bad for Dan because I still like to support Dan and what he does.
Yeah.
Because he genuinely is a good person.
And I don't really,
in a bad situation.
Yeah. And I don't really watch YouTube a lot. Like, I'm not on YouTube as much as Lauren.
Yeah.
But, like,
as we can tell from our last episode.
Yeah, Lauren's. It probably was a bad idea, by the way, to call it Lauren's Deep Hole, because it did not reach a lot of people. So, whoops.
Well,
worth it though.
Yeah, it's a funny title. Y'all have to get a sense of humor. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You guys do.
But
don't worry.
I don't know. Where was I going with that?
I don't know.
What was I just saying? Oh, so I'm not on YouTube that much.
Yeah.
And that was, like, one of the few channels that I actually watched. So that's why, like, it just irritates me to see things like this.
Yeah.
Because you see it not even just on YouTube. You see it everywhere now, where it's like you'll see bands that'll fucking sell out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking, I fucking hate Behemoth. I fucking hate that band. I hate them. They are horrible. I hate all their merch. I hate the fucking music. I hate all the there's nothing about them that I like. However, when I first listened to them many, many moons ago, I did like them because I was like, oh, like, this is cool or whatever. But they immediately sold out. you know? And whatever. If you like Behemoth, I don't give a shit. That's fine. Like whatever the hell you want. But like, just over the years, you watch them slowly sell out, and it's like, I'm making my own brand of fucking hot sauces or whatever the fuck they do now.
Well,
you know?
Iron Maiden did that. Well, no. They had beer.
Yeah. Beer's one thing. But like Behemoth has all these like gimmicky fucking things now. It's all about pushing merch. It's all about the fucking aesthetic. It's not about the music. They talked about being, oh, we don't want to be generic, and then they named one of their albums a Satanist. Give me a fucking break. So it's like, it's so disheartening when you see someone that you like, oh, like this band has a lot of potential, or this channel has a lot of potential, or this comedian or whoever the fuck just kind of sell themselves short just to make a buck, you know? And that's really like why we're pissed about this. 'Cause it's like when you start to compromise what you're producing for a more monetary gain, that you're done. You lose sight of what you're even doing. You know?
Yeah.
I never gave a fucking shit about making money. You know, when it came to like my art and things like that, I'll just give things to people. It's like, do you want this? I'll just give it to you. It doesn't matter to me.
And no, that doesn't apply to total strangers that we don't know.
No.
By the way.
Yeah.
That applies to people that we know and that are humble and that are great.
Yeah.
You know?
People
you have to work to get something for free.
Yeah,
basically.
people that are like, that I think are worthy of it, basically.
It sounds fucked up, but that's how it goes.
Well, no, it's not fucked up, because it's like, if you did just give things to strangers, what the fuck are you doing? But, you know, I have no problem with that. I enjoy more seeing like that 3 seconds of like, oh, really? For me, like, it gives me so much more, you know? And like, I gift a lot of artwork to people like around the holidays and stuff, because it'll always be a unique thing you can give someone, you know, and very personal. And that's how I like to give. We talked about this already, and that's why, you know, I don't make that. I mean, I make enough, but I don't make a fuck ton of money, because to me, it's about, I'm more focused on what I'm actually producing rather than what I'm getting paid for it. And I feel like, and I understand, like, this is their livelihoods, the Game Grumps. This is their livelihoods. They need to put food on the table with this money.
Right, but to just change, because here's what happened to anyone who doesn't know. So, 3 years ago is when I really started watching Game Grumps. It was Dan and Aaron, and then it was Ross, who's also on Newgrounds as an animator, that Aaron just let have a show on Game Grumps, Steam Train.
Which was great. It was fine.
Barry was the editor. He was the editor since the channel started, when he started with JonTron. And that's a whole other fucking thing I'm not even going to get into with him, is Aaron doesn't even acknowledge that he exists now, or was ever a part of Game Grumps.
It's ridiculous.
It's so petty and stupid.
It is.
But, so it was the four of them, and then sometimes Aaron's wife Susie would be on, and then
who
Brian,
is fucking boring.
Ugh, she's like a whole other fucking story too. And then Brian, who is in Ninja Sex Party with Dan, was helping them out with like social media stuff or whatever. So, and then Kevin eventually came, and he was like the second editor.
Yeah.
So 6 to 7 people. You know what I mean? Very small. Like, you knew everyone. It was close knit, and like, you know, it just felt more like I was hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't a whole company.
This is what I said yesterday really quick. When I first started watching Game Grumps, I remember it made me feel like when we were growing up, we hung out with mostly boys. And all my cousins were boys. This is before my young cousin was born. She's like a decade younger than me. But we hung out with boys, and then their friends were boys, and that's who we really hung out with. We didn't really, like, we saw some people from school, but, like, hardly. You know, it was mostly, like, we grew up around boys. And they played a lot of video games. And so we'd go over there in the summer, we'd fucking hang out, we'd play video games and, like, you know, other shit. And we would just, like, be silly and, like, you know, comment over the games, and, like, it was always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, like,
it was our older cousin and then our younger twin cousins. We also have twin cousins.
Oh, it's his birthday today, by the way.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
Yeah, happy birthday. He doesn't listen to this.
No, I know. Happy birthday anyway.
Actually, I don't know. He follows our page. He might. Anyway.
Tyler, if you're listening, happy birthday.
Yeah, I'll probably post to your Facebook later, but happy birthday.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was Tyler and then our younger cousins, or that are twins.
Yeah.
We would just sit and play video games and just laugh.
Yeah, and then it would usually be like Tyler's friends that would come over and stuff, and they were always usually boys.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And
sometimes girls, but...
Yeah, and like when I first started, my point being, when I first started watching Game Grumps, it felt like I was hanging out with, like, them, you know? Like, it felt like how I did when I was a kid, just hanging out with my cousins and playing video games. Because I didn't play much just because I'm not very good.
Yeah, well, plus, we didn't have the consoles that they had. They had the N64, they had the GameCube, they had
We didn't
everything.
really know how to use them. The N64 controllers are fucking horrible.
I know, like, I played Mario Kart on there, Mario Kart 64, and I'm just like, I barely knew how to play that.
Yeah, even in just playing, like, Mario 64 too, with the camera and everything. Fucking forget it.
I know.
So
I think I have played that too, actually.
You have.
Yeah.
I remember I couldn't play that one because I couldn't figure out the camera. But my point being, that's why I enjoyed it, because that was like a big part of like my childhood, was just like watching people play video games, because I couldn't really do it myself, so I lived vicariously through them, and it's just like, it's really enjoyable for me to watch, you know. And then it felt like, you know, a bunch of corporate cronies playing.
Yeah, so after 2016 is when they started adding more people. That's when they started developing their game Dream Daddy. So they had a whole team of game developers in there. And they just never fucking left. Because, Dream Daddy gave us so much money, so we have to keep fucking doing that. You know, coming out with the second game and doing more games. They're coming out with the second one, I think.
Why?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And Aaron talks about, this is the best selling game of 2017. No, it fucking wasn't. Like, there was so many other things that came out that sold way more than fucking Dream Daddy. And I didn't even buy it. My ex-boyfriend bought it for me. Because
the one of the few decent things he's ever done in his life.
Well, I know. Well,
sorry, who's bitter? I'm not bitter.
Don't even get me started. I'm like a sour lemon. But
a lemon head.
Yes. Yeah, because I told him about it, and he's like, I'll just get it for you. So we got it for me. So I have the game, and first of all, I played through as much of it as I could. Basically the whole thing. There's parts of it that you can't even, achievements you cannot even get, because they didn't even finish the fucking game. Like, there's one achievement where you have to cheat the game to get it. And it still doesn't fucking work.
Are you serious?
Literally, it's like typical Game Grumps to just not finish things and be lazy about it and think it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, because, it's kind of like our brand. Yeah, but it's not a good brand to have.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you want to change anything about your brand, change that. You know, don't add more people to shit. How about you fucking follow through with something for once?
Yeah, and I've played, like, it's like a dating simulator type game. It's like a Honey Pop. It's like, you know, stuff like that. Honey Pop 2 is coming out in like a few months, and I'm so fucking excited about it. But it's nothing spectacular. I mean, the art style's really cool. And
well, who drew it?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. They didn't even credit anyone.
Yeah, but I love how they call it a Game Grumps game. But it's not. It's people who worked for Game Grumps and just put their name on it in a few of their signature things. So there's like, you could create a dad in the game. So you could have Aaron's hair, you could have Dan's hair, you could have Dan's Ninja Sex Party costume.
Yeah, typical like, Aaron wants everyone to do all the work, and he just wants to slap his name on it.
Yeah.
You know, just take all the credit.
Basically.
Fucking stupid.
So, and the people who made the game, it was Vernon from Hot Pepper Gaming, who now works for the Grumps, and another girl named Layton, who I don't fucking know who she is, but she drives me fucking crazy.
She's fucking annoying.
She's one of those stupid, like, people you see on Tumblr, and, like, I can't stand it. And, like...
Tumblr trash.
Yeah, she's Tumblr trash, and she made this game. They're fucking rich off of it now because of it. Vernon, cool, because he's actually a decent human being. Her, I don't give a shit. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I played through this game. Literally nothing that special. And you want to talk about trying to be inclusive and funny? There's so many stereotypes in that game there's a guy named Damien who's a vampire, quote unquote, and he's very old-timey and just
like speaks like in sonnets and shit, and you're just like, okay, like,
yeah. And then there's a guy who owns a cafe named Matt who's into like music and like crust punk and like all this shit, which I'll give them credit for putting in like crust punk. They had a flavor candle called Power Violence Cherry Blossom or something like that.
That's so stupid.
I was dying over that. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh my god!
Thought of that.
I never played the game, so I have no clue.
I played through the whole thing because I'm like, let me just see. But, yeah, like there's so many fucking stereotypes in there. It's like you want to be inclusive, but stereotype the dads. Give me a break.
Yeah,
you know, it's just. There's just so much wrong with it. And like Aaron takes so much pride in the fact that game made them so much money. And now they have a million fucking interns that don't even need to be there.
Okay, I love that word, by the way. What the fuck are they interning for?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what are they trying to learn? How to be a fucking douchebag? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, we need someone to run our social media. We need someone to...
So call them your social media. Don't call them an intern, you dumbass, you know?
Exactly. It's like, we need someone to run our stream. I need someone to go get me coffee. Like, I need a manager. Like, all right, fine. But then he has all these dream daddy people there, all these fucking interns all over the place, just giving people money to kiss his ass, basically. That's what they are.
It's a power trip.
They're people who get paid to kiss ass. It's... like his name on Newgrounds is Ego Raptor, and he lives up to that fucking name, dude.
Yeah.
Like
the ego on this guy.
Yeah. Because he has people telling him left, right, back and forth, oh, you're the best, you can do no wrong. And he genuinely believes it because he's an actual fucking moron. I'm sorry. But he's a moron.
Well, that's going to be fun to edit.
I'm sorry. It's just stupid people drive me fucking crazy. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be to think what you're doing is actually good for you?
Well, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, changing your whole brand, you know, getting all these people to join you to kiss your fucking ass. What kind of fucking piece of shit does he think he is?
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? And, like, this is all in Rant Grumps, too. Like, Rant Grumps, like, you're gonna find all this shit.
Yeah, literally just Google it and the Reddit page will come up.
Yeah, I'll link it. I'll link Rant Grumps. But, and it's not even people just being bitter. It's people who just genuinely want them to do better as people. You know? And sometimes you get the occasional, like, bitchy posts. But, like, it's well justified because there's a lot to bitch about when it comes to Game Grumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, here I am bitching about it on a podcast. Like, they give a fuck. They're still going to do what they want.
Honestly, who's going to give a fuck about that? I give a fuck because it's relevant to my life. But sorry if this does not interest you. We have plenty of other episodes you could go listen to.
Don't watch Game Grumps.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Don't watch it now.
If you're going to be bored and uninterested.
Google or just look up something from like 2012, 13, maybe.
Watch Super Mega. They're so much better.
Yeah.
They used to edit for Game Grumps, and they are just the better version of Game Grumps.
They're
in a
hysterical.
Nutshell. Matt is the funniest person I have ever seen in my life. He says things that have me rolling around on the floor. Oh my god. And it's not even just what he says, it's the way he says it.
Well, I know. It's all about that delivery.
Oh, he knows a good delivery, dude. And they're young. They're younger than us. And like,
are they? I think Ryan's our age.
No, Ryan's a couple years younger than us.
Shut up.
Yeah, and Matt's a couple years younger than Ryan.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm so used to everyone because almost everyone that I associate with is usually older than me.
Yeah.
So it's like weird. I'm like, really? You're younger than me? You're like a baby.
I ran out of tea.
Oh, I think I'm about to also. Me and Lord have been sitting here like in between like thoughts, just aggressively sipping
I literally
tea.
ran out of tea. I wanted to drink it quick though because it's cold in here and I didn't want my tea to get cold.
This tea will not get cold.
Well,
it's still warm.
Yours is in a thermos. Mine's in a cup. So it'll get colder faster.
I'm drinking out of my Cheshire Cat thermos again. It's got cat ears on it. It's adorable. It's pink.
I'm drinking out of the poison apple from Snow White. My friends Pat and Kira got this for me.
They got me this too.
Oh yeah. And I love this. It's literally like a poison apple from Snow White.
Pat and
got
Kira,
the skull on it.
We actually use the stuff that you get us.
I only use this mug for tea. Literally. I only drink out of this mug when I'm having tea. So I hope that makes you feel great that you got me that.
Yeah, Kira listens. We love you. Thank you. I think
Yes.
Pat does too, maybe, question mark? I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I don't know, but...
Anyway,
oh my God. Is this another episode where it's like 40 minutes in?
well, no, it's only 35.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, we'll go to a break.
I think that's good enough. Anyway, I just needed to get that off my chest because Aaron Hansen is an actual fucking idiot. He's ruining his company, and he needs to get his fucking life together. But he's not going to listen to me, obviously. He's got to figure that out for himself. So, let's go to break.
Well, with that being said,
yes.
I just really quick before I say what song I put in, I mentioned him on the show before. I have played his bands on the show before. My friend Sean, who's in Ancient Torment, and
oh yeah,
you know, other Witch King and others. He's in like 1,000 bands. Recently got engaged. We haven't talked about it on the podcast yet, but congratulations!
Yay.
Insert applause here.
Well, we have to clap ourselves.
Okay. And he recently got engaged. Congrats to Sean and Christy. We're so happy for you. I was bawling my eyes out when
Megan was I was just happy, but Megan was sobbing.
I was uncontrollably weeping at like midnight. I'm like, I can't. Like I was so happy, and I still am, obviously. And we just want to say congratulations because I'm putting in another Ancient Torment song. I know I'm doing another repeat, but you know what? This band is so goddamn good. And I'm not just saying that because Sean's like my friend, but like this band is actually good.
Yes.
And I'm going to put in a different song though, obviously. I'm going to put in Sean. I forgot what he said to me, his exact words, something like he's like, this is like one of the best things I've ever written in my life. And it's a song, what the fuck is it called? Hold on. Let me get the name so I don't
You just had it, I thought.
It's right here. A Treasure Squandered. I'm going to put that song in.
I like the word squandered.
I knew you would. So I'm going to put that in. I can't put in the whole thing as much as I want to, but I'm going to put that in in congratulations of Sean and Christy getting in their recent engagement. Oh my God, I can't.
I'm so happy.
I'm happy too. I can't. I'm going to start crying all over again.
Oh my God, please.
I'm sorry. I'm a basket case. So we're going to put that in. And yeah, I don't know what we're going to do when we come back. Maybe we'll just rant about more shit. Maybe we'll...
Who knows?
It might just be another bullshit session.
You know, at this point, I welcome these shows.
Just me and Lauren, we were like, let's record today. And then we're like, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
I know.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
So
I had to get that on my chest. Thank you. Because that was bothering me. Everyone go look at Rant Grumps and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
If you like to read things like this and get involved in other people's personal business...
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to. Because people... I mean, you thought Lauren was getting personal. People go deep on the Reddit.
Yeah. No, I went a little personal, but some people... They're not only out for the jugular, they're out for the spleen and spine. And it's just...
Those are not even arteries or veins. But
no.
I got you.
But, like, they're coming for them anyways.
Yeah.
You can't live without them.
True.
So...
Well, on that note,
yes,
we're gonna go take a break. Here's Ancient Torment again. Go listen to this. Fucking, is it an album? Is it a demo? Whatever it is. It's only 4 songs.
Go listen to their shit.
Go listen to their shit. I have like 3 copies of it on cassette because I needed it. And go buy it. Go fucking, go support one of my best friends. So, all right, when we come back, some more bullshit.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. I still have no idea what we're gonna fucking talk about.
Me either.
Should I just put in like the fucking Bob Ross music on loop until the episode quietly just like fades out?
Well, no, because...
No, you know what I should do? I should put like the end music for Wheel of Fortune, and then you and I will talk mumbling like silently amongst each other.
Oh, yeah.
It'll just be like the end credits of Wheel of Fortune for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god, I wonder what they're actually saying.
I know.
Because, like...
I always picture like Pat Sajak as just like, I'm gonna go fucking get wasted. I just want to drink a beer. Fuck this. Because he said that to someone before on the show. He always like, to like men specifically, he's always just like, oh, I would have a beer with him. It's like, I bet you he fucking drinks a lot.
I bet he's telling those people his like deepest secrets. Like, you know, one time...
I killed a man once.
Yeah, like, I went to a bar and I killed a guy once. Just thought I'd let you know that.
Threw that fucker right in the river. Except he's like smiling like Pat Sajak.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I threw that fucker right in the river. And Vanna's just standing there like fucking vapid, just like, bye everyone.
Yeah.
Like she's not even listening. But the like the contestants are horrified.
I know.
They're like, what?
Or some of them just like, they're smiling along too, like, great.
It's like, please don't kill me, Pat Sajak.
Oh my god.
Throwback to episode freaking 1,
I know.
where we talked about Pat Sajak being our sugar daddy.
Oh. I'd still let him be my sugar daddy. He has
Honestly-
children my age, but like, I don't even care.
Do you know how much fucking money that dude must have?
I know, he's been doing it for what, 40 years?
A long time.
Like, yeah.
That dude probably has so much money. I would suck it up. I would sit on it, you know? For him to like buy me some shit? Sure.
Yeah. I would too.
It's Pat fucking Sajak. If anything, just do it for the story. You know?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that? That would be 2 podcasts worth of a story.
It's like I'd have to explain like every detail.
Yeah.
It's like, what does he look like in person? It's like, he looks like a leather couch, you know? It's just like, it's like, just hump a leather couch. It's the same fucking thing.
Oh, put a wig on it, bitch.
I'm just kidding. I would never do something like that in my life.
No.
I have too much respect for myself, honestly. You would not believe how many women I've encountered in my life who would seriously do something like that.
Yeah, because women like things. We are a very things type of species.
I like buying my own things, though.
But like, I imagine back in BC times, they just hoarded rocks and fucking sticks. They just had things everywhere in a giant sack. Like, that was women. You know what I mean?
A giant sack?
Yeah, a giant sack of shit. That's where the phrase came from. It's because women, cavemen women, if that even makes sense, fucking just had sacks of shit.
Cave
everywhere.
women.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Cave women.
Can I just tell you, speaking of women,
Uh-huh.
I listened to The Bonfire, which I mentioned on the show before, and it's Big J Ogerson and Dan Soder, and Big J's girlfriend, Christine, well, sometimes like make an appearance on the show. She'll like interject her own comments or whatever. She does not know how to use woman or women properly.
Oh yeah, you've told me about
And
this.
I'm just like, how fucking dumb do you have to be?
Oh my god.
She's just like, oh, I love being with a woman. It's like, what are you? She sounds like an actual caveman.
Oh my
when she
God.
talks like that. It's just like, so.
Oh, I bet Jay rips right into her for that.
Oh yeah, well Dan's the one that's like, Christine, we talked about this.
Oh.
You know? He's like, how do we say this? You know, he's very
I
like,
love Soder. He fucking cracks me out.
he's so diplomatic about it. He's like, Christine, please. You know, Jay will just rip into her, but Dan's like, all right, Christine, I'm not going to tell you again.
Oh my
He
god.
uses like Ohio or Iowa mom fucking
Yes.
like mentality. Oh, so funny.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Go listen to The Bonfire. It's a good show.
Yes.
Listen to that shit. Maybe. Do you think we could get Jay on the podcast?
That would be awesome. That would be a 4-hour show and no one would listen, but I don't even care.
You're gonna have to send him nudes or something.
I have to?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I won't.
Or
Or like show him a tit or something.
I could do that, but
Okay.
like I don't want to like I don't want to full naked. please.
No, just show him, like, just a
I'm
tit.
too round.
Lauren, please.
But you know who enjoys round tits? Everyone.
Yes.
So
just do a little, like, hey. Like this.
just
right
a
here.
peeping Tom. Just
Yeah.
a hey.
Oh, I love Peeping Tom. Like the band.
Oh. I was like, what?
sound right. It's one of Mike Patton's, like, million projects.
Oh, yeah.
Love Peeping Tom. Man, like, it's basically Mike Patton's version of, like, a pop album.
Which is what the world actually needs.
It's incredible. Like, I would listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
Anyway.
I don't know where we're going with that. Like, I'm so tired today, and I slept a lot last night, but I'm so tired today.
I need to catch up on my sleep because it's like I slept enough, but I didn't sleep enough for like the last, I'd say 4 days.
Yeah, me
so
too.
I just need one day where I just could sleep off all the extra fucking hours that I missed,
Yeah.
and then I'll feel okay. It's like my head hurts and like fuck, I can't.
I know my neck is killing me, and I just feel so, like, drained.
Yeah.
But it's like finally, like, not 1,000 degrees today.
I know we have hoodies on.
It's great. Like, I forgot what it was like to be cold. I'm
Me
like, what is
too.
this sensation that I'm feeling? this chilliness. Oh God.
I told you I'm tired.
I know we're talking about it, and now you and I are going to be passing the yawns back and forth.
That's the worst, especially when you were in school and you had to pass the yawns with everyone in class. So it'd be like you, and then someone next to you, and then someone across the room. And you're just like, Jesus Christ.
You're just waiting for it to circulate back to you.
And it does. It does every time.
Now I'm going to fucking yawn at some point.
Sorry.
I'm waiting for it.
Can I tell you what I watched before we did? Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry.
Can I tell you what I watched before we did this podcast?
What did you watch, Lauren?
Oh, it's nothing bad. I watched, has anyone ever seen point of view, of rides at amusement parks?
Please raise your hand if you have.
Or press 1 if you've seen, as you like to say.
Yeah, press 1 if you've seen these videos. Press 2 if you think we're stupid.
Don't press anything because there's nothing to press. Anyway, so I watched just one channel because his quality is so good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the ride. It's a channel called SoCal Attractions, and he does everything in low light. He's got one of those cameras where, like, you can move it, like, all over, but it's like a stabilizer, I think it's called.
Yes.
And he put up a video today, as I'm recording this, of the backlot tour at Universal Studios in Hollywood. Would you get it together?
I'm sorry. You started it. Jesus.
And he was sitting in the same cart that I was when I went, because if anyone who lives in the California area and goes to Universal Studios, if you didn't know this, apparently, and I don't know if they still do this, if you take like a 3-minute survey, they just give you front row tickets, basically, or front row pass for the backlot tour, and you could sit in the first like few cars without having to wait in the long ass line, and you're like all the way in the back or whatever.
Pretty damn good deal.
So, yeah, and it's like the questions are so stupid and basic. It's like, where are you from? What's your occupation? How much?
Like
whatever.
census shit.
Yeah, it's like a mild census, basically.
Yeah.
How old are you? Fucking, have you been here before? Whatever.
Well, they just want to get an idea of their demographics so they can like build more rides to appeal to their prime audience.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
And it took like literally 2 minutes to fill out, and then I got to sit front row for an hour in this ride. It was awesome. And he put up a point of view of that today. I forgot that, because for anyone who doesn't know, the backlot tour, it's where they film stuff in Hollywood, over there. And so there's all these movie sets. It's like it's an hour-long thing, too. But, like, some of it is, like, interactive, and it's, like, they make you put on 3D glasses because some of it's in 3D, and you go into, like, this giant, like, building.
Yeah.
And basically you're in the middle of a fight between a T-Rex and King Kong, and you're shaking all around. It's, like, it's fucking awesome. And then, like, towards the end, you're, like, in Fast and the Furious with Vin Diesel and The Rock. It was amazing. So
Incredible.
He put up a point of view of that today. It wasn't the whole thing. It was just part of it because it was only like 15 minutes long or something. And is this your foot?
That's my leg. That's fine.
I'm sorry. Highly recommend that channel.
Oh, sorry. I just fucking hit your foot
It's
again.
okay. Because he doesn't just go like around the U.S. He goes to places in Asia and Europe and all over.
Man, what a job that must be.
Yeah, he has millions of views on his fucking videos too. Or
I'm gonna get paid to go to amusement parks and go on rides. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
If you like that kind of thing, holy shit.
and then occasionally he'll put up like some videos of like going to like, you know, like the Grand Canyon or like these really cool like caves in Utah and stuff like that. So it's a really good channel. Highly recommend. This is deep in my hole again. Really recommend that channel.
We are in Lauren's hole.
Yeah. Not only did I watch that though, and I watch him all the time,
Here we go.
but I sent Megan a video yesterday.
Oh my god. Well, this was funny.
It's a black woman. Oh my god, what's the channel called?
I don't remember.
Southern Sweet Kisses or something. It was something like that.
Something's hilarious.
Hold on.
And the woman behind this channel name is exactly who you think she is.
She's a black woman from the South, and she makes recipes, and they look incredible, first of all, but she is so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
What's the name of this channel?
I was watching this yesterday. I was cracking up. I'm like,
Stovetop Kisses.
Oh.
Southern Sweet Kisses.
we all love a southern kiss, Lauren.
Stovetop Kisses. Oh my god. She did a video making fried chicken. Everyone keep the racist comments to themselves, please.
That was the hushed tone of mild racism receding.
But she used like pancake batter and like she fried it in like a buttered shortening.
God, do you know how fucking good that must be?
Oh, it's probably the worst thing for your body.
I don't give
but
a shit.
Oh, I'd eat the fuck out of that. That's a once a year recipe.
Yeah.
So
that's like Christmas when you're Italian, like the once a year fucking the panettone and like the other shit that we eat.
Yes.
Oh, that stuff is. If you take quick side note, if you take panettone and you do it like French toast, like in a pan or whatever,
it's the most delicious thing.
It's the greatest thing I've ever put in my body. It's amazing.
Anyway, so she makes all these southern recipes, and she is so funny. I was like cry laughing at her.
She's so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like sassy.
Yeah.
She's
the definition of sassy black woman.
Yeah.
I love it. I love her.
A walking entity of sass.
Yes.
Like, incredible. And Lauren's like, you're really going to like this. I'm like, whatever, I'll humor you. But I was dying.
I know.
It was hilarious.
The video I sent you, though, she made mac and cheese, like Southern style mac and cheese.
Oh, my God.
She put custard in it. She put, like, a shit ton of cheese. Not even just, like, a moderate amount of cheese. It was like a heaping, steaming pile of a shitload of cheese on top of this mac and cheese. It was incredible.
It was like one of the most, I was salivating.
There was so much
this.
lactose in it. It literally made my body shrivel up because I'm like sensitive to dairy now, so I probably couldn't eat that shit. But
Lauren doesn't want to use the phrase lactose intolerant.
No, because I haven't been diagnosed.
Yeah.
So
you have a dairy sensitivity.
Yeah. As of now, every time I eat dairy, my body reacts.
I know.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, you might be oh God, Lauren. No, I can't stop.
I yawned one time.
I know, now I yawned like 6. You might be lactose intolerant.
I might be, dude.
Which would suck.
It doesn't make me sick. It just makes me...
Well, it doesn't make you sick. It just makes you shit your brains out.
Yeah, it really depends on the cheese or the dairy that I'm having. Sometimes I can have it and be okay.
Yeah. Well, I think, who told me this? They said their son is lactose intolerant, and they said soft cheeses are the worst, but hard cheeses are okay. And I don't know which ones qualify as hard versus soft.
Like a block cheese, that's hard cheese.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Like mozzarella cheese, I probably shouldn't be having.
Yeah.
Or at least not a lot of it.
Like the good kind.
Mm-hmm. The mozzarella. As the Italians say.
That's not the right way to say it, by the way.
No.
That's a very ignorant way.
That's the Sicilian way of saying it.
We say it like mozzarella.
Yeah.
The mozz.
Yes.
Now I really want like a margarita pizza or something. I'm hungry.
I want to go to, oh my God, California Pizza Kitchen has a 5 mushroom pizza, and I want it so bad.
That pizza is so unbelievably good. If you like mushrooms, it's great.
Yeah.
Because not only is it 5 different kinds of mushrooms, but then they give you fucking truffle oil to put on that bitch.
Like a shot, like a $2 shot of truffle oil.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is not going to be enough. But you could taste it in every bite.
Yeah.
So
and it's like
good.
a white pizza, which I like because I'll eat tomato sauce. I'm not the biggest fan of it.
You know, me too. I can't have a lot of sauce.
You know why? Because it's so acidic.
Yeah.
Which is why I hate when people put pineapple on pizza, because not only is pineapple a little bit more acidic, but then with the tomato sauce, it would give me heartburn.
Yeah. I feel like the people that really enjoy pineapple on pizza
have no fucking taste.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's the people who just smoke. They eat cigarettes, basically.
Yeah.
You know, they can handle pineapple on pizza.
Oh, yeah, because they can't taste anything.
Yeah. But as an Italian who doesn't like a lot of acidic shit, I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza.
Well, that's why, I don't know if I should say that. The old secret for making a sauce good. Do I say it? Do people know this? Is this common knowledge?
Don't say it.
Okay, I won't say it. There's something that you put into tomato sauce, because we grew up, tomato sauce is always made, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't
get the cans of, like, Prego at the store.
No, it was never, like,
ragu.
When we had red sauce, it was always made by someone, like my mom or one of my aunts, or someone made it. And they told us when we got older, this is what you add into it so you don't, get heartburn. And you're like, oh,
and it makes all the difference.
it does. And it's something you wouldn't expect, but then it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it varies from family to family or whatever. That's what we do in my family.
Yeah.
But we love a good sauce.
Yep.
Love a good sauce, and we love a good pizza. We haven't made pizza in so long.
I know.
We should, make a pizza.
I'd have to film that because
We could make it. What was that about?
You mean from scratch or just with, store-bought dough?
No, from scratch. We've done it before.
We made a mess.
Yeah, that's what happens when you make dough.
No, but a mess. It was bad.
Well, the only reason it was a mess is because we didn't have any surface area to put anything on. It's true.
I know, but still.
We had to hold half of it. But we're gonna do it. I want to make it because I haven't done it in so long. I'm gonna make a pizza from scratch, and if you would like to taste some of this pizza, figure out my address and show up at my house. But don't actually.
No, don't, because okay, I don't know what's going on, but my stuff keeps getting hacked, or at least someone's trying to hack.
Oh my god,
shit.
that's right.
Yeah, for a month now, because thank you, Google, for having a breach in your fucking emails. Someone got my fucking password to my Gmail, and they had to lock my account until I changed it. Someone from, Arkansas or, Saudi Arabia. I forgot what the fuck it was.
Two of the most similar places in the world.
It was something stupid. So, I had to change. Everything associated with my Gmail now is trying to get hacked. My Gmail got hacked, my Twitch account got hacked, my Amazon account got hacked. Now, my Reddit account a few days ago got fucking hacked.
What the fuck,
I'm like,
dude?
what the fuck is going on? I had to change all my passwords. I had to put 2-step authentication or whatever the fuck it is on everything now. Because someone is trying to steal my shit and get my money. It's like, listen, you're not going to find a lot. So, I don't know why you're trying.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, but we're good now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, because, well, knock on wood, hasn't happened to me. But
well, your email address didn't get fucking breached by Google.
Nope.
Actually, it wasn't Google. It was fucking Outlook.
Oh, what the fuck?
Because it was from my computer. It was
your computer, your PC is fucking cursed.
I know. I have to get a new one. Because I bought this one during Mercury retrograde, and ever since, it's just been taking a shit on me.
I know.
I have to get a different one. But
because mine, I didn't, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's the same exact thing.
Yeah. I hate this computer. I'm going to get a different one at some point. A better one when I can afford it.
Okay.
So. Anyway,
I know Lauren's
that's
been getting
happening.
hacked. I've been
It's fucking ridiculous.
I've been getting DMs that are very inappropriate, just like
I know.
on Instagram from like all kinds of like. Well, I told you about the what's it called? Some website that made themselves out to look like legitimate, but it was actually just like a scam.
Oh yeah.
And they offered me like $2,000 and shit, and I was like, no. And I'm getting more fucking messages like that. And then like all these comments on my pictures like, oh, we'd love to collab with you from like these fucking clothing companies. And I'm like, fuck off. Like anytime you see that, I looked it up. I'm like, are these people fucking with me? And yeah, they are. If this happens to you on Instagram, if someone comments and they're like, we would love to collab with you, don't fucking do it. They're gonna try and get you to pay for their shit, basically.
Yeah.
They'll put you on their fucking Instagram, but you gotta pay for it. Any company that legitimately wants you to like work for them will pay you, basically.
Yeah, and they'll fucking email you. They won't comment on Instagram.
Yeah, it's like stupid.
Yeah.
So
There's like a protocol for that, I guess.
yeah, I just want to delete my Instagram, honestly.
I know. I just want to delete a lot of my shit.
I know. Wish we didn't even need it, but it's how I stay in touch with people, you know?
I know, without giving them my number.
Yeah, well, because that's also a problem. Sometimes you give someone their number and then they fucking hit you up.
I'm so glad that the iPhone has a block feature now because, oh my god, it has saved my life.
Yeah. I used to get like telemarketer like numbers like every day, and now I finally block them and it's like, oh good, like I have peace in my life.
And I had to block exes, I had to block friends recently.
Yep, same. It's awful.
Yeah. I'm not going to even get into that,
Yeah,
but
I know.
Oh boy.
I'm so tired right
I'm
now.
exhausted.
I'm so tired. I'm like running on E. And it's like, I don't know why. Because, okay. Last night, I was actually going to go to bed at a decent hour. I laid down. And I closed my eyes. And I'm like, oh, good. I could actually like go to sleep. And then I swear to God, all that was playing in my head was that song Smack My Bitch Up or whatever. And just like bumping against the side of my fucking temporal lobe, like I couldn't even tell you. Just like boom, 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 and I'm just like, fuck! I'm like, get this song out of my head. And it literally kept me awake for 2 hours. 2 hours. Smack My Bitch Up. I fucking hate that song. And yet, here I am at 2 a.m, fucking sitting there with my eyes closed, just like, smack my bitch up, you know? Fucking, why, Lauren? Why is it always when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed, that some stupid song I haven't listened to in like 20 years will just like pop up into my head? I'm like, why? Why does this happen?
Dude, that's me with YouTube. I'm like, I'm going to watch one more video, and then something pops up, and I'm like, I'm intrigued.
Well, you're horrible about that. Because you do the deep dives.
Yes. I deep dive YouTube at least every other day. At least.
Yeah, just like whatever pops up on the side, you're like, I'm just going to keep going and see where I end up.
Literally. I went from watching videos about, I don't know, like I was watching like beauty guru videos.
Yeah.
Someone, I forgot who it was. And then I ended up watching videos of a guy taking bugs and stinging himself with them. Or something like that.
Why?
I know. I'm like, what is my problem? How did I get here?
I did that when the last time I did that. I think I went from, man, I think I was watching like old episodes of like Game Grumps. And it was an episode they did where they played, I think it was Hollywood Squares or something, for like the NES. And just after going through like a fucking wormhole, I ended up watching old episodes of Punky Brewster. Just like full episodes.
Like what the okay, that's how that happened with us like getting introduced to the Rockafire and shit, because I watched Game Grumps play the Chuck E. Cheese game or whatever for the Wii.
Yeah.
And then stuff about Chuck E. Cheese kept popping up, and then stuff about the Rockafire popped up, and then the Carpetbagger popped up. This is what I mean. Like I do this all the fucking time. It's ridiculous. And I would show Megan, and then Megan fell down the hole.
Well, you literally could be like, what's her name on Criminal Minds? Is it Penny? I can't. The girl with the
Garcia.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could literally be her.
Yeah, that's me.
Just Lauren sitting in front of the computer, like, shh, you know, just like a million miles a minute.
Not only that, but it's like whenever we're having dinner with my parents too, they always think of some obscure 80s reference that I have no idea what the fuck it is.
And then I gotta look it up.
And they're like, look it up. And I find it in 3 seconds. And they're like, that's it. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Well, that's the older generation. They'd rather just sit there and speculate than actually look it up, I guess.
Like, Google should pay me. You know, I am the human embodiment of Google.
You should go work for Google.
I know. Are they hiring? I'd
Probably.
That would be an awesome
Just
job
like,
to
hi,
have.
I've come to use your search engine.
Yeah.
How much do you pay?
It's like, listen, I know your search engine inside and out because I look up shit all the time.
Yes.
I was just talking to Chris about this yesterday, actually, how, like, we use YouTube for literally everything.
Yeah.
One time, the sink in our bathroom got stuck, like, the drain got stuck, and I couldn't pull it up.
Oh, yeah, like the little stopper thing.
Yeah, because
Or the plug.
Yeah, I forgot what I was doing. I think I was... Why did I have the sink plugged? I think I was shaving. Anyway. So, I couldn't, like, lift the drain up to drain the water. And I'm like, how do I fucking fix this? So I'm sitting there for 10 minutes on Google looking this up. They're like, you have to get a plumber and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't want to fucking do that. I literally went to YouTube. I'm like, stuck sink drain or something. A 25-second video came up of a woman. Do you know those suction... I think I talked about this on the podcast before too. Those suction cups that you stick to like the shower or like the wall or whatever, those clear suction cups.
Yeah.
You take one of those, put it over the drain and just pop it up and it fucking worked. And surprisingly, we had one of those things just sitting in a drawer. I'm like, where did we have this from? But I fixed it in 2 seconds. I'm like, oh my God. So if your sink drain ever gets stuck, take one of those suction cup things that you put on the wall, put it over the drain and just pull it up. It will come unstuck.
Lauren.
Amazing what YouTube can do.
I'm done.
It was awesome. YouTube has so much great shit. But also Pinterest, which we've done on another episode.
Oh my God. I can't even go on Pinterest. I'm there
so
for
many fucking recipes.
when I can't sleep, that's what I do. I'm on Pinterest and I'm pinning every fucking thing that I see.
Well, my Pinterest, because we look at my Pinterest together, it's full of just gothic furniture.
Oh, gee, I wonder who likes that.
Well, I wonder. And literally all desserts.
Yeah, it's like all desserts and like just food in general.
Yeah.
It's like food and gothic furniture.
I need to organize my Pinterest boards better.
They're more organized than mine.
Mine are too basic. I need like specific things.
I have a board just for Beetlejuice. I do Beetlejuice and then one for like the occult. Like, who am I?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I use Pinterest for.
I think we should end the
I
episode.
think.
It's been half an hour.
Oh my God. I literally put my head on the mic.
I'm just so tired.
I'm running on E still.
I'm like, now we're just rambling.
I know. Now it's like, if anybody got through this episode, thank you. Real
Thank
clap.
you.
I won't even add in the clap. That's like, we're going to use the real one. So what song are you going to put in, Lauren?
I'm going to put in Leftover Crack, and I'm going to go take a nap.
Same. Jesus.
Leftover Crack is a good band that talks a lot about political and anti-shit because they're punk. And yeah, just listen to it. You'll see.
You can tell that Lauren's done because usually when she puts in songs, she's like, this makes me think of like the 6th day of my college semester where it's like she always...
Fuck you.
No, it's like good that you have like specific things. Lauren's just like, I don't know, this band's cool. I talk about shit.
I'm exhausted.
I know, I am too.
I just want to sleep for like a millennia.
Same.
I was whistling The Hustle the other day, by the way. Because on Straight Talk with Ross Matthews' podcast, he was talking about, they were whistling The Hustle, or singing The Hustle. But instead of saying do the hustle, He was singing with "Do the Butthole."
Oh my god.
So now I'm gonna be singing that for the next millennia.
Let's do the butthole.
I love it.
That's literally what I'm gonna sing to Frost the next time he puts his ass in my face.
Oh my god, we have to do a video of that.
And just shake his ass.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that.
Put it on the Straight Talk group on Facebook.
Do it!
I will.
But with that being said, we're putting in leftover crack.
We're going to bed. It's 2:15 in the afternoon, and I'm going to bed.
Ugh.
I'm so tired.
I'm gonna go like sleep under a tree or something.
Trees are nice.
Yes, they are, Lauren. Trees are wonderful. I'm ending the episode.
I am too. We'll be back next week for
something a little bit more riveting.
Yeah. By the way, I like how we've been more consistent with our podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for like the long breaks of hiatus and stuff, but now that we have more people listening, we're trying to be a little bit better.
Yes. Hi. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
It'll get edited at some point. I'm sure. I'll do it either tomorrow or it'll be up next week. Well, if you're already listening to it, it's up.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. This is not real time.
You don't give a shit about when we edit this.
No.
Anyway,
we're gonna go now.
I'm making no sense. We have to go.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'm being hunted by paleface and blue, and these crackers boots are our own thing you do. With municipal shovels that are digging out graves on the threat of proposal we about to enslave. Policia, policia, what can't you say? The bullets will never classify me. Off of the world, you walk fast back, cause I can't get control, it's a fucking payday. That's right. Fuck the police! They can't control! We gotta take it back! Everyone get up and let's go! The politics are political. I'll take the bullet to prove that you care. Fuck the facade, we're righteous men.